Right, hey guys, this is Coach Marcus here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome to tonight's Franchise Factor training. We do this every single Wednesday night at 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And the website link is one team, one dream hangout.com. If a password is required, you need to simply type go one team, all lowercase letters. Want to welcome all of our members to tonight's training, whether you are a long-term member. Appreciate you guys for being here and supporting this training. And any new team members, want to welcome you. And if there are any guests watching this training, hey, thanks for hopping on here. And if you are checking out what we have going on here with the Renegades family companies, go to Sign the Heart by Naturals. Get back with whoever shared this information with you and let them know what you liked about the information, and then set up your free account. It doesn't cost you a single dime to get started with us. And so we just had an amazing event that just concluded over on Sunday. Sunday, we concluded our festivities in Nashville, Tennessee. So for those of you who did not attend, okay, make plans to attend our next event coming up in January in Las Vegas. It starts on Sunday, January 11th, and concludes on Tuesday, January 13th, 2026. For those of you who attended the Nashville event on a scale of 1 to 10, how impactful was the event? Whether you attended in person or online, right? You can, just want to see how impactful it is. We always have a power pack teaching there. It was a 10 plus. It was an amazing experience. Lots of stronger bonds were made with people. A lot of people who we see on social media were meeting them for the first time in person, but there were several people who have been consistently attending every training, and those tend to be the people who are making the most money, right? And so I encourage you guys never to miss an in-person event, or at a minimum attend one per year. Okay. And what we discovered is um is consistency is where success is. And the amount of inconvenience you have to overcome, right? That determines your commitment, right? There were people who traveled, from Canada. Maxine from Canada used all her money and traveled to Nashville, Tennessee. Traveled all day coming and traveled all day going home, right? And then there was one person who was in the hospital, literally in the hospital, got up and drove 5 hours to get to the event, right? And so I believe there are only 8 or 9 in-person tickets remaining, right, for the Las Vegas event. After that, everyone will be required to attend online. The in-person tickets, the early bird in-person tickets are $40. And then the after tonight, the ticket price are going to go up to $97, right? And so that's how where we are with the Las Vegas event. And then Doug said he drove 11 hours. Yep. Yeah, Douglas and Greta drove 11 hours. And then Miriam had a 7 hour layover going home. Right. And so winners find a way. Right. And for me, excuses are for the uncommitted. Right. And so Jessica took 2 days without pay to be at the event. So just saying. All right, so next is want to congratulate any of our members who have achieved any commission milestones. Congratulations, and also any new rank achievements. It can be from consultant all the way up to diamond, right? With either company, congratulations for your commission milestones and your rank milestones. And for those of you who aren't seeing your commissions grow the way they should be growing, because you don't attend events. It's plain and simple. You're not plugged in. Okay, you rarely attend this training here every Wednesday, which was Saturdays, but it's on Wednesday nights. You barely attend this. You barely attend or rarely ever attend the Sunday and Tuesday trainings with Coach Will and Coach Merrim and Coach Seymour. I never see several of you on the testimonials Zoom. And then Detox Divas and the business overview, you never invite guests, right? Those are tools at your that you guys have to build your business. But so if you guys aren't seeing your income grow and your rank achievements being achieved, you're not plugged in. All right, so Coach Will has a book, couple books he wrote that actually teach what we are teaching here, right? They actually walk through what he did to make his first $1 million, right? And all the teaching that is taught here in this training are in Coach Will's books, right? So if you guys haven't picked up copies of his books, I'm hopeful you guys will get that. Once you hit $100,000, you'll be a coach, right? That's the minimum qualification to be named coach. You have to earn $100,000. Coach Charlotte and Coach Seymour right now are the only two people on here who have qualified to be called coach. There are some people who haven't earned $100,000 in with the company, but they were given the title coach. Okay. All right. But as far as our qualifications, right, $100,000 in income here. And minimal efforts yields minimal returns. Yeah, it took some effort. For me, I had to get up in the morning, right? Well, I left here last Thursday afternoon. I flew 4 hours, well, 3 hours and 40-minute flight, right? And then leaving on Monday, woke up at 3:15 in the morning, right? Flight took off at 5:30, got home at 7:30, 7:35 in the morning, and I still did the Zoom on Monday, right? We still had the call yesterday, right? And so yeah, once y'all hit the $100,000, you guys will get it, right? So you guys want to know why I've earned over $1 million, why Coach Will is approaching $2 million. Coach Stephanie is over $2 million because we don't put in minimal effort, right? We are committed. And I'm hopeful you guys will be the same way. All right, so Franchise Factor. This is a training we started a few years ago. We called it 6 Steps, 6 Figures, and then we changed it 7 Steps, 7 Figures once Coach Will hit the 7-figure mark. And then we wanted to simplify it and treat this as a franchise. Every one of you who has a business, you have a mini franchise with either Golden Sign or Heart Body Naturals, okay? And so we structured this just like a normal successful franchise. McDonald's, Subway, Chick-fil-A, right? They all have a specific way of operating their business that their franchisees must follow. We have a similar system here. We focus on having unified, duplicatable training systems, okay, and which is simple, right? The lost art is teaching people to teach people to teach people, right? And most people can do what we teach if they want to do it. Like most people can wear a button, right? Most people can wear a t-shirt. Most people can copy and paste and post on social media, right? Most people can send a text message to leads, different things like that. So this, what we teach here is unified, and it's also something that can be duplicated. Okay, we also focus on sequential learning. We don't teach out of order. We focus on focusing on mindset and skill set training. That was a lot of what happened in Nashville. A lot of skill set training, some mindset training, even taught people as far as how to manage their finances, their money house, right? The poor house, the middle class house, right? The getting rich in the beginning house, and then you have the rich house, right? Talked about that. Those are skill sets, but those are also mindsets. And then after that, we focus on teaching resources and repetition, okay? Because in this business, what is repeated is remembered, and what is remembered is repeated. So we share resources as far as videos to watch, books to read, okay, or audiobooks to listen to, trainings to attend, like these trainings. And so we provide all that for you. And then the percentages. I believe Coach Will talked about this on Saturday. 70% of people, okay, are going to die broke. Okay. And so that's according to insurance company statistics. It's no different with this business. Okay. 7 out of 10 people you sign up, they're not going to make it, right? They're going to quit. They're going to say network marketing doesn't work. They're going to blame the products. They're going to blame the pay plan. They're going to blame you. They're going to blame me, Will, Paula. They're going to quit. Just be prepared for that, okay? And then the 3 percenters, they'll be successful, right? But they are the people, they're not trainable. They don't plug into these trainings here, okay, which they should. But the three percenters are the ones who are charismatic, right? They have their own way of doing things and they build their business. However, they don't have duplication because it's all about them, okay? And what happens is the 70 percenters who quit, they follow the three percenters who go from company to company to company, never creating that residual income network marketing is designed to create. That's why most people got involved, is for the residual income piece. Right. And then you have the 27% of people who are you guys, all you guys who have taken the time out of your Wednesday night to hop on this Zoom for about 30, 45 minutes to get this information. Congratulations. I'm glad you guys are here. All right. So now, because we're growing so fast, and we don't make it mandatory for people to follow this system, right? Everyone is an independent contractor. Okay. And there are people who are having success, building their business, earning commissions, having some duplication within their teams. Is working for them. That's perfectly fine. Keep doing that. We don't want to step on anybody's toes. But if what you're doing, okay, or what you've been taught, okay, is not working, okay, like spamming people on Facebook, that's not going to work. That may get you in Facebook jail or get your account restricted for over 19,000 days like mine, my other Facebook account. Right. So, but if what you're doing isn't working and your business isn't growing as fast, by all means, plug in what we teach here. We don't turn anyone away. This training is open to anyone in the companies. You can be a GoToSign rep and not connected to us, or an HBN rep, or both, and not even connected to our team. You can plug into this training and follow our simple instructions and build your business, you and your team. Right. Now, as far as the value you get with Green Organics, Green Organics is our parent company. They're the company that pays our commissions. When you receive your Visa debit card from Pay Quicker, it has Green Organics LLC on the Visa debit card. Okay. And this is where you can transfer your commissions to there, or you can transfer it to your bank. But what sets us apart, guys, is the fact that our products work, right? And for those of you who have experiences using the products, feel free to comment. Let us know what product you've used or products you've used and what experiences you've had. For me, since I've gotten back home Sunday night, I started feeling like a little weird, like achiness. And Monday, got home. I took a 3.5 hour nap that morning. I used Tri-Remedy. I used tea tree oil. Just took a sucked that off my pinky. I did oregano oil. I use Ravinsara. I use you name the oils. I used them. They worked. Body ache has stopped. No really residual effects. Just have some like nasal stuffiness, but I feel great. And this is the first time I've had any type of sickness since June 2018. So over 7 years, guys, and that's because I use these products. All right. Let me see. Mind helped her regain memories back from that she lost from a brain bleed in 2007. Miriam says continuing to use still for vertigo works very well. Coach Charlotte, she fell right, and while in Nashville, she used lavender ice and trauma relief. It took the swelling away. She had a knot on her knee, and her knee pain stopped. This was just since the weekend, right? So the products work, and we don't make any medical claims. We're not governed by the FDA, and our products are not intended to diagnose, prevent, treat, or cure any disease or health conditions. Okay, but be sure to be on the Detox Diva Zoom tomorrow. You guys are going to hear about what happened when the FDA showed up at our manufacturing facility in Cincinnati. That's the great thing about what we have here, is the fact that our company is the manufacturer. We don't white label our products. We manufacture the products in-house. Be sure you're on that Zoom tomorrow. And Cynthia says lavender ice helps her with headaches. If you like lavender ice, Cynthia, you're going to love the Migraine Ease Go-Go Stick. It's amazing. Amazing. And so we have products that work. And we have pay plan. Our pay plans are aggressive, right? Between the two companies, We get paid up to 14 different ways. Now, we're not making any income claims. I work hard. I don't know if you will work hard, so you might join us and not earn any money. However, our system, it shows people how to get in profit faster. Who participate in the hot market contest? Well, the hot market, it's not even a contest. Who participated? It was a contest. Somebody won. Who participated in the hot market contest on Saturday and got sales? I know two of my newer members who attended. Sarah did. Sarah three got sale. Coach Charlotte didn't have to do it, but she did it. Tanya Talarico, she got 4 sales. Phyllis George from New York, she got 3 or 4 sales. People got sales right there within a half-hour time frame, guys. It's amazing. Dan, let me see. Michelle says inhaling or diffusing peppermint takes away my headaches and clears my nasal passages. Yep, our peppermint oil is potent. Who else got sales? Dan Stokely did. Yep. And the people who didn't participate because we've already done the hot market exercise. We helped other people who were new get sales. Amazing, right? And so the system works. Now, how the companies are structured. GoToSana is a separate network marketing company from Heart by Naturals. GoToSana is the older of the 2 companies, launched in 2012, not the bigger of the 2, because when GoToSana launched, it was primarily focused on providing essential oils to herbal practitioners, to practitioners who would buy the oils under the white label program and make their own blends and sell them to their clients. Okay. And then in 2023, Paula wanted to introduce the GoToSana product line to the market, and that's when GoToSana revamped and launched under its current its current structure. Heart by Naturals is the supplement and superfood division of Green Organics. Heart by Naturals launched in 2017. Okay, and is a multi-million-dollar company. Both companies are debt free, and the reason HBN launched was because Ben used Mind, Body, and Soul. Okay, and that reversed his vasculitis health condition, and so that is why HBN launched until 2017, right? And so write this down. I don't know if this was, I think this was shared during the Saturday training, but this was shared a couple weeks ago. This is my business and I am making it work. Okay. So when you see success team members having success, sponsoring customers, sponsoring business builders, okay, you see them following the system. Okay, you see them doing Facebook Lives, even though they're not comfortable doing the Facebook Live, but they do them. They're not perfect, don't have to be perfect. I built my business the first 6 months when I joined HBN. I did Facebook Lives every single day for almost 6 months. I signed up over 1,000 people in that time frame. And my Facebook Lives were never perfect, right? And so Coach Tina taught on that. And she taught on that on Saturday. So hopefully for those of you who caught that training, will listen to the advice she gave and will follow those simple instructions. Just do it. All right. But this is my business and I'm going to make it work. So if everything is equal, we have the same website, the same compensation plan, the same products, right? We have the same internet, right? And so if your business isn't growing, but everyone else's business is growing, it's you. It's something you're not doing or something you don't know that you should know. That's why we have these trainings. So our vision is bring the power of plants to the people of the world, facilitating financial independence and personal growth worldwide. I don't know what ProMax is. I don't know what the heck, who in the heck ProMax is. We have a product called ProMax. Does anyone recognize a product called ProMax? I don't know. So anyway, so our vision is bringing the power of plants to the people of the world, facilitating financial independence, right? And personal growth worldwide, right? And so we aren't knocking medication. However, if prescriptions worked, why would they have to have prescribed them every single month, right? And we also show people how to put themselves in a position to where they are financially free from relying on the job, like what happened to me 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago today, my former employer, after 17 years, 4 months, terminated my position. Okay. Fortunately, right? Because of this business, I took it serious for my first, what I've been serious, but I built this business over the past 6 plus years. My income from this business, replacement income from my job beginning in 2022. So when they told me, hey, you know what, Marcus, thank you for your service, but your role is no longer needed. We're eliminating your position today, effective today. And I was like, thanks, right? We're also about personal growth, right? We are a personal development program or leadership development program disguised as a network marketing program. Now, as far as erectile dysfunction, there is a kit for men. We recommend men over 40 purchase. Okay, and so it's I use the products. It's on the HBN side. It has Beetroot Max. It has the Power Max. It has the Ocean Vitality and Primals in it. Right, I believe those are the 4 products in that. And so you guys can go and find that product, that bundle on the HBN side is going to help. It may help. We can't make any medical claims, but for men dealing with erectile dysfunction, that may be a viable solution. I'm a testimonial about it. I've never had erectile dysfunction, right? But I've also never had to use those blue pills, right? And I'm 56. And typically what happens is beginning at age 30, men start to go through what's called andropause, right? Their testosterone levels start to go down. They start to get the big stomachs, right? They start to lose muscle mass. They also begin to lose their sexual desire, and the sexual performance, right, diminishes as they age. That's called andropause. Well, those products right there help to combat and reverse the effects of andropause, right? And so, but there is a kit for men, right? And I've never heard Slimmer Health with ED. We can't make that claim. But as far as there is a specific kit for men, right? There's one for women. There's one for men, right? Definitely include prostate essential oil in that, right? All right, so our mission is to capture 1% of the growing $6.8 trillion health and wellness industry. That was a number at the end of 2024. By the end of this year, right? About what 4 more months, in 3 more months. By January 2026, that industry is going to grow to $7.3 trillion. And what that means is many of you who are tenure trainers who are actively building your business, you're going to eventually earn over 6 figures in income. Some of you guys are going to take your business seriously and earn 6 figures a month, right? A month. Yeah, go to the HBN site. There is a kit for men, right? I don't remember the name of it. I buy it so often, I just don't remember the name. But anyway, but many of you guys, if you stick with us long enough, you guys could be earning you're going to at least earn over 6 figures a year. Some of you guys are going to see your business grow to 6 figures a month or more. Right, our model is dream, fight, win. Right, Coach Will talked about this last night. You must have a dream, and if you guys are recruiting people who want to build, who want to earn income, if they don't have a dream, just have them stay as a customer, because they're not going to build the business. When it gets hard, they're going to give up on their dream and not build. When they have 1,000 people telling them no, okay, they're not going to stick with it. Okay, so you got to have a dream. You want to fight for. Okay, as long as you don't give up and quit on your dream, you're going to come out with the win. Right, so this is how the training is structured. So we did part 1 2 weeks ago, did part 2 last week, part 3, we're going to do that tonight. Next week is part 4, right? And so part 3 talks about creating your preliminary candidate list. Is the Muscle Vitality Pack? Let me see. Let me pause. Let me hop on my phone. I think that's it. No, it's not the Muscle Vitality. No, it's not that one. Oh man, let me see real quick. I should have had it memorized, but I have so many different things going on. It's not. It might be the Muscle Vitality Pack, but there is a kit for men and one for women. I'll give you the official name. Let me hop on my website on my mobile device, and I'll let you guys know what that is. It could be the Muscle Vitality Kit, but you definitely has Power Max, has Beetroot Max, has Primal, Sun, Wild Yam, Magnesium. There, who's that? Seymour? Jessica, yep. Wild Yam. Yep. I use nope, it's not that. I use Balance for Him daily, okay? Because it's all about hormones, guys. It's about hormones. And I'm trying to find the one for men since we're here. We do a search. It's there you go. Thank you, Miriam. Somebody, yeah, you can tell who's been on their website. Thank you, Miriam. It's a hormones kit for men. That's it right there. It's a happy hormones kit. Thank you. So there's a happy hormones kit for women, and there's a happy hormones kit for men or for him. Okay, so for her and for him. So that's the kit. I buy that. Okay, and I keep that stocked up, never run out of it. And I also use Balance Him and Prostate Essential Oil blend. All right, so now as far as today, we talk about creating your preliminary candidate list, and then we talk about mastering the art of the invite, right? And then learning how to present your business in a way that duplicates, which is utilizing third-party tools or third-party validation. So as far as your preliminary candidate list, so this is meant to be your hot market launch. Okay, so let me turn my air conditioning down. It's a little warm up here in my office, but you create your preliminary candidate list, which is simple, right? You're going to go through your phone, your cell phone, right? And you're going to make a list of 20 to 50 people. Okay. That's because you're going to use that for your hot market launch. Now, once you make that list of names, you're not going to do anything with it because you don't know what to say. Okay. We have a specific script, a specific way to launch your business with your hot market, but you're going to make your preliminary candidate list, and then it's for your hot market. Then you're going to go to your warm market next. Who are people on your warm market? Okay, you want to introduce the products to when it comes to launching your business. You're not going to launch the business opportunity. You're going to launch with the products, and there's a reason why, right? And so you're going to have your hot market, warm market, social media, right? And then and the reason why we launch with hot market, warm market, social media, leading with the products first, because we want you to get your first win. Okay, we want you to get your first sale. Okay, and you're simply going to ask people if they would do you a favor and support you by making a one-time purchase for anything on your website if you sent them your website link. Okay, now if people trust you and like you, you have rapport with them, they'll support you and make one purchase, right? Next, as far as building the business, you want to master the art of inviting people to get the information, right? And so before you do that, you got to make sure you have rapport, okay? I see many people make mistakes when they approach me in my Facebook Messenger. They'll send me a friend request, right? They may comment on my posts, right? Or sometimes, most times they don't. They'll send me a friend request, and then next thing you know, they message me about something, about a business or a tool or something, right? Which is wrong, because guess what? They have no rapport with me. And people do business with people they have rapport with and they trust. All right. When I launched my HPM business in 2019, the over 1,000 people I signed up with that signed up with me from February to about June or July, they trusted me because they like my content on Facebook from what I post, and I had rapport with them because I engage them. So when they signed up, I wasn't surprised, right? So don't be someone that spams people on social media with your website link, telling them to go join my team, buy my products. Those are amateur moves and not professionals, right? And then you also want to make sure you're using the right words, right? And you learn the right words by reading the books. Okay, which which 3 books are the books we recommend for those of you who have been attending our trainings? There's three. Okay. Mine are downstairs in my bookcase. Icebreakers by Tom Big Al Schreider. That's one. GoPro by Eric Worre. That's two. One more. This shouldn't take this long for you guys to type the books. That's not a book. That's a video. Band Class is a video. Four color personality types. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. So the books that will teach you the right words to use, guess what? Is going to be Icebreakers by Tom Big Al Schreider. Is going to be the four color personality types. And then GoPro, I guess you can use that one, but that really doesn't teach you the words. GoPro tells you the 7 skills you need to be successful with building your business, right? But you want to learn the right words to use when it comes to, introducing people and inviting people to learn to get the information, right? And now learning how to present the business in a way that duplicates, you want to use third-party tools, right? So we have our events. Our national event, we had guests that attended, okay, and they signed up. And they came in person. We didn't know they were coming. That's why we had to get more chairs, right? However, they liked the information and they joined. Okay, so we have our events. This is an event, right? Sunday night is an event. Monday night is an event. Tuesday night is an event. Wednesday and Thursdays are all events you should be inviting your prospects to. If you guys aren't using those tools to grow your business, you're making it harder on yourself. Even if you can't attend, still invite them, right? These are tools we have in place. Then we have the videos. Okay, so now, Dr. Dorothy, the videos that validate network marketing, Band Class, right? That's one of my Band Class 1 and 2. That's one of my favorite industry validation videos. That's the video I have on a website I use to capture leads. They go to that site first. They watch it. If they like the information, they enter their information and sign up. So I have a higher conversion rate using that website as opposed to sending people directly to my HBN site or Go to Sana site. It's great. But Band Class, we have Brilliant Compensation, right, by Tim Sales. And there are other videos you can use to validate the industry and validate the company, validate the opportunity with the replays of the weekly Detox Divas Zoom and the weekly Business Overview Zoom, right? Then you can also use three-way calls for people who are more old-fashioned and enjoy building a business that way, okay, where they want to coordinate a three-way call between themselves, the prospect, and someone in their support team or cross team to validate the opportunity, right? A group chat is also great. I do group chats all the time on Facebook. That tends to save time, right? Because doing three-way calls now is challenging because of technology with social media and everyone being in different time zones, things like that. The three-way group chat tends to work a lot better for a lot of people, okay? All right, so as far as videos, right? So we do have a YouTube channel. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the One Team, One Dream YouTube channel. Right, there's a playlist. It's the Top Earner Toolkit playlist. So there are several videos on there. New member orientation is a must watch for all members. Then industry validation videos are in red. Okay, there are The Perfect Business by Robert Kiyosaki. We have Brilliant Compensation by Tim Sales. Rise of the Entrepreneur by Eric Worre. Those are some of my favorite. Why Network Marketing with Tony Robbins. Professor Charles King explains network marketing. Top economist Harry Dent talks network marketing. 4 things successful network marketing professionals do. So that's more of a professional development video. Band Class part 1 and 2, full version, my favorite. And then we have the sizzle video for Go to Sana, which now that video may not apply anymore, but it still gives a good overview because we don't get active for a deodorant stick anymore. Now it's the cost of a go-go stick. So a little bit more, but the video is still good. All right. And so these are videos we encourage you to watch to improve your knowledge of the network marketing profession is also a good tool to send to people who aren't familiar with network marketing or have a misconception of what network marketing is. And in the simplest explanation, people do network marketing every day, right? Because we are always buying, using, and recommending things we like to people we know. Right. And with HBN and GoToSana, we buy products, we use products, and we share products and the opportunity with people we know because we like to promote things we like the people we know. Right. But those are the videos on the One Team, One Dream YouTube channel. All right, so here's what it looks like your first 5 years with the company. So the columns represent your years. The time are the red arrows. The dollar symbols are the income or the amount of income you earn per year. So your first year, you're new. You are attending the trainings consistently. You're reading the books. You're watching the videos. You are, reaching out and sharing the product, sharing the business, right? And your income not going to be a whole lot your first year in most instances. Some people are exceptions where they get in and the business takes off. But for the most part, your income not going to be huge that first year. Your second year, you're getting better, right? You're using right words more frequently. You're using the products and having results. You're building your credibility. More people are telling you yes instead of no. Your income goes up more. Year 3, you are a network marketing professional, right? You use right words. You know the personality colors, the red, the blues, the yellows, and the greens. You know how to communicate and talk their language, right? You're having some people that signed up in year 1 to year 2. They are duplicating what you're doing. Your income goes up more in year 3. Year 4, you have a nice sized team growing. You are maybe hosting calls with your team members just to check in with them, and you have some people that may have taken the business and ran with it, maybe even outranked you. But your income still goes up more in year 4. Year 5, you're at the point where you don't have to sign up everybody. You're not being a sponsor monster. You can refer signups to other team members, or you can turn people away because they're not a good fit for what we're doing. Okay. And you have duplication happening within your organization, but your income goes up even more, which is how it's supposed to be. Now, I've seen it happen, right? You're being successful. Being successful with your business, and you think your success is because of you, right? You don't remember we have the best CEO in network marketing, and we have the best formulator, Alexander Brighton, and we manufacture our own products, and we have the most aggressive pay plans in network marketing, but you think your success is you. So you see someone on Facebook telling you can join this company and not have to recruit anybody and make $4,000 a month. And you get to year 2 or year 3, you're like, you know what? I've been successful here. I'm gonna go join this other company, okay, and go be successful there. Well, guess what? That happens. When that happens, you lose some things. You lose your credibility with your followers. Okay, you also lose your downline or your success team. That leads to you losing your income. And you definitely aren't going to earn any more residual income because you don't have a team anymore. And you also go back to year 1. That's what the 3%ers do. Okay, they go for a year, maybe, or 2 years, and then they jump to the next deal. They keep starting over every time. Don't be the person starting over by going from company to company to company, right? And so this determines your commitment level, right? And so we'll go to Sana, being active with 50 BV or more, right? That means you are all in, okay? 10 BV, you're not all in, right? 20 BV, anything less than 50, you're limiting your income, okay? With HBN, 100 CV or more, that means you're all in and you can earn all the money, right? So that is how that determines your level of commitment, right? As far as how the 50 BV community revenue bonus could work, okay, this is a hypothetical example, but this is what a full 3x12 matrix would look like as far as the numbers. But if you build this down to level 6, right? Level 6, you're going to earn over $3,200 in matrix pay, right? Just level 6, and just in matrix pay, not talking about the fast start bonuses, the retail matching bonuses, or matrix matching pay, right? This is just level 6 matrix, or that's over $39,000 a year. All right, that'll pay for car payments, mortgages, right, or rent, and even utilities. All right. So write this one down. I don't think this was shared at the Nashville event, but failure would never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough. One of the things in my life, I wasn't always the best athlete on any team I played on, but I was mostly the hardest worker, right, on every team I played on. That eventually led to me earning a college scholarship playing football. I could have played basketball in college too, but I chose to play football because I like the physical contact, right? But I never ever made excuses for me not being successful, right? I was determined to succeed and found a way to do it. Same thing with this business. You have to be determined to succeed no matter what, right? So if you guys are on Facebook, we have several groups to join. So the first group on top is for members, not guests, not prospects, for people who sign up and get active. We have the Green Organics Family Influencer, or should be Green Organics Family Brand Consultant and Consultant Training Group. That's the name of it now. And then we have 3 groups. The bottom 3 are groups that are for prospects, customers, and everyone else, right? We have the HBN testimonials and information group. That group should only have testimonials posted about HBN products. Okay. Then we have the Go to Asana testimonials and information group. That group there should only have testimonials posted about Go to Asana products, or even any financial benefits you've experienced. Same with HBN. If HBN helps you pay off a credit card bill, you can post that in that group. And then the Dream to Drop Weight Warriors group is focused on people who want to lose weight. So you can invite people to that group, right? And so we have 4 YouTube channels. So we have the One Team, One Dream channel. That's where most of the replays, the training replays are posted there. Detox Divas is hosted by Coach Tina. She posts her replays there. And then Coach Will Anders, he's our Diamond Ambassador with both companies. He posts interesting videos on his YouTube channel. And then Coach Sonic, he posts replays of Coach's Corner on his channel. So make sure you guys also subscribe to those 4 channels. This is our schedule. So we have Zooms five nights a week. So Sunday, Monday, and Tuesdays, those are for leadership development, right? So start Sunday, then we have Tuesday and Wednesday, right? That's our training. You can invite guests to those, right? They can see what type of training they get for no cost. And then Mondays and Thursdays are more for customers or prospects. We have the testimonials Zoom on Monday, and then on Thursdays there's 2 Zooms, Detox Divas, and then after that we have the business overview, right? So that's the normal schedule. I don't believe tonight Coach's Corner won't be held tonight, but usually on Wednesdays, Franchise Factor First, followed by the Coach's Corner with Coach Sonic, right? So that is our schedule. And let me start the recording. That concludes tonight's training.